Hello, fellow screenwriters. I'm Apollonia, and this is Script Writing Tips. Welcome to the first episode of the film and TV analysis series by Script Writing Tips. One of the most important aspects of Mare of Easttown is its screenplay that explores a deep and powerful theme. Today we're gonna talk about this theme and how the screenwriter of Mare of Easttown uses it to craft an organic, intriguing plot with captivating characters. Specifically, we will examine how the theme inspired the creation of the main story, the subplots, the characters, and the world building of the TV series, and explain how every single choice made by the writer supported his thesis. The story begins with various establishing shots. We then hear a scream pierce the silent morning as the lights switch on in the window of a house. A bit later, we find out that it was Mrs. Carroll's granddaughter that saw someone stalking her out of her window. Mare of Easttown is an excellent HBO original limited series released in April 2021, which was created and written by Brad Inglesby and directed by Craig Zobel. The 7-episode story grabs and holds your attention right to the very end. People absolutely loved the show. The story, acting, and directing were all magnificently crafted. Kate Winslet is an outstanding actress, complemented by the rest of the cast that also gave us some impressive performances. For those who haven't seen the show yet, beware, because this episode contains spoilers through the entirety of Mare of Easttown. It is a crime mystery drama where Mare Sheehan, a police investigator in Easttown, Pennsylvania, played by Kate Winslet, investigates a local murder of a teenage mother while trying to keep her own life from falling apart. We've talked about theme in other episodes, but I'd like to restate here that in a screenplay, theme is not a subject matter, nor is it just the topic of a film. That's why theme is not just one word. It is a full sentence that reveals the meaning of the story. It is the writer's thesis. Theme is the opinion or the question or the idea that the screenwriters want to share with the rest of the world, and it is the reason why they write that particular story. John York defines theme in his book Into the Woods, a 5-act journey into story, as follows. A theory is posited, an argument explored, and a conclusion reached. Subject matter is a static given. Theme, on the other hand, is an active exploration of an idea. It's a premise to be explored. It's a question. So what's the idea or the question behind Mare of Easttown? Can parents fully protect their children? Is the safety of their children completely in their hands? Can parents create a safe environment for their kids that is absolutely under their control? We find the answer to this question by watching the plot of the entire story, a story that abounds in parents and kids. Mare, the protagonist, is a mother, a grandmother, and a daughter. During the entire series, we watch her in all three of these relationships. Erin, the girl that gets killed, is presented as DJ's mother and Kenny's daughter. Katie, the missing girl, is Dawn's daughter and a mother of a little girl. Dawn is also an old high school friend of Mare's and is raising Katie's daughter until she's found. Dylan is Erin's ex-boyfriend and DJ's alleged father. We see him in both roles, as a teenage father and as a son. Brianna is not only Darren's current girlfriend, but she is also presented as the daughter of Patty and Tony Del Rasso. Ryan and Moira are Lori and John's children. John Ross himself is also presented as a father, a son, and as a brother as well in the story. Colin Zabel is not only a detective who comes to help Mare, but he is also presented as a son during the TV series. We actually meet his mother. But why is there a need to see all of this? The story is not just about mothers. It is not just about fathers either. It is about anyone who has such a loving parenting relationship with another person. One could argue that the story is not just about children, but rather about true love. And the real question isn't just if parents can protect their children. The true question is, can we protect the person we love from anything and everything, or from their wrong choices? The first episode begins by establishing love.
I'm gonna miss you this weekend. Who's gonna sleep next to me? And hold me, and kiss me, and snuggle me?
Pure, unconditional love.
Sometimes I wonder if you even realize how much I love you.
That's mother's love.
Your grandmama used to say, you'll understand when you're a parent. And I was always like, yeah, whatever. But now it's like you can love someone so much, it's scary.
Mother's love is the kind of love that you would go to extreme measures for and do anything to keep your loved one safe. It is the most unconditional and the purest form of love. In addition to being a mother, Mare is a good detective. But she has a heartbreaking backstory.
You are not buying drugs in my mind!
Look at that!
She lost her son to drugs and suicide, and she suffers from guilt.
Fucking hate you!
She feels that she wasn't a good mother, and that it was all her fault.
I'm just so tired and exhausted all the time, and it's like some nights I seriously feel like a terrible mother. I want him to have a great life, and I'm trying to give that to him.
That's why she's trying to correct her past, or at the very least make amends, by raising her grandchild, Drew, her late son's son, in what she believes to be a safe environment. So when Carrie, Drew's mother, a recovering addict who's 6 months sober now, wants to take full custody, Mare is willing to do anything to keep him there safe. And by anything we mean even doing illegal acts, like
I stole 2 bags of heroin from the evidence closet at work and I planted them in Carrie's car. I was hoping that she'd get pulled over and arrested for possession.
which leads in her losing her job.
But it backfired, and Chief knows it was me, and I've been suspended.
And even risking going to jail. That's the protagonist's personal story. Having said all that, let's dive deeper and see what the writer's opinion is in the theme's question. What's his thesis? Can parents fully protect their children? The series comes up with an answer to this question. And the answer is no, you can't. The idea that this story supports is that terrible things might happen to your child or to the person you love, but you can't always protect them. And it's not your fault. In fact, even our kids or your loved ones could make some wrong choices. And it doesn't mean that you did something wrong in protecting them. It doesn't always mean that you did something wrong as a parent. No matter what you do, you can't always protect your loved ones from danger or from their choices. The main story of the show centers on the murder of Erin, a teenage mother of an infant son who is found dead by the end of the first episode. Many people believe that this case is connected to another unsolved case of a missing girl, Katie.
No one can hear you in here.
Who are you?
I'm Katie. Katie Bailey.
It's been a year now that Katie's been missing, and Mare hasn't managed yet to find anything.
We don't know what happened to Katie Bailey.
And why is that, Chief? It's been a year. Why do you still not know what happened to my daughter?
But it turns out that the two cases aren't connected at all. Two separate stories? Is this bad writing? Well, the two stories may not be connected on the surface, but they're connected on a deeper level. They support the same theme. There's a pattern here. Mare wanted a different life for her son, but it turned out badly for him. Erin wants two things for her infant son, DJ: to raise money for his ear surgery and to be close to Dylan's parents.
Why Erin would lie to Dylan about him being the father.
Because she always said how nice his parents were to her.
She liked the idea of DJ always having that kind of love in his life, you know?
But when she gets killed, she can't protect her child anymore, and DJ ends up being raised by the only person Erin probably wouldn't want to raise him, her lover's wife.
Is this your son?
Yes.
Furthermore, Dawn wants to protect her daughter, Katie, but she can't do much. She strives to find help, but Katie has been missing for a whole year. On the other hand, Katie can't protect her own daughter after being away from her and imprisoned for so long. Erin's father, Kenny, seeks to avenge his daughter's death and shoots Dylan. Dylan's parents are devastated because their son is alive only out of sheer luck. Mare's new partner is Colin Zabel. Again, Colin is not only presented as a police officer, but also as a son. We meet his mother. Mare meets his mother.
Mom, this is my Mare, my partner, Mare, Detective Mare Sheehan. This is my mom, Judy. Hello?
Hi, Mare. We were just talking about you.
Once again, his mother is trying to protect her son from being hurt because of his love for Mare. But he ends up getting killed after following Mare's hunch.
How dare you come to my house?
When Mare arrests Brianna, her parents freak out. Especially Brianna's father sees Mare as his enemy and goes to extreme measures to protect her from Mare. And finally, John Ross and his brother are trying to protect Ryan, John's son, from going to jail. So they're willing to take the responsibility and confess to a murder they hadn't committed. And there are plenty of other short stories in this show that support its theme. Like Moira's story.
Anyone been mean to you in school?
No.
Where kids in school are bullying her.
I hope you're not lying to me.
No. Everyone's really nice.
Because you know, if they're not being nice, I'm gonna have to come over and arrest them. All right?
And Mare and her brother step in to protect her. We cannot control life.
Oh, and never leave him alone. You know, because he's active and, you know, God forbid he slips and bumps his head.
There are so many things, big things and little things, that might escape our attention and lead to our loved ones getting hurt. Or not. So this theme gave us so many subplots, so many stories, as well as full and rich characters. Many praise the exquisite world that the writer has created in Mare of Easttown. But this world is not randomly selected to be this way. Theme is also the basis of the world building of the show. Easttown is a small town where everyone knows each other. As we've said, the theme of Mare of Easttown is about protecting our loved ones from getting hurt. In fact, Mare sounds like mère in French, which means mother. Mare is a police officer, a role that presents many similarities to the role of motherhood. Her job is to protect and take care of people, arguably making her a kind of mother to everyone there. She is the mother of Easttown. But in order to take care of everyone, you need to know them well and to love them deeply. That's why the writer chose to build this world, Easttown, where everyone knows everybody their whole life and most people are related to each other.
Anybody you're not related to?
No.
She knows each and every one of these people by name.
Are you friends with these people?
Yeah.
And she feels responsible for not being able to find Katie. So what can we do? If we're not able to protect our loved ones from getting hurt, what can we do?
Yeah, my son killed himself, Laura.
I believe the answer that the TV series gives us is this.
My first assignment as a deacon was at campus ministry up at Merrimack College. And one morning I stepped out of the monastery and a woman came running up to me and began yelling at me at the top of her lungs, cursing God, cursing me. And somewhere in all the anguish, I was able to piece together that she had just lost her boyfriend in a motorcycle accident. She looked at me as if to say something. Go on, defend your God. I didn't know what to say, and I froze. I said, what do we say to one another when faced with an unspeakable tragedy?
You're pushing everyone away.
Including you?
No, I won't let you.
Truthfully, I don't know. But my thoughts often drift back to Merrimack. And if I had to do it over again, what would I say to that woman whose life had been turned upside down that morning?
Get away from me. I don't want to see you again. Get away from... Get the fuck out of my car!
I think I would sit down beside her and say simply, I'm here.
I hope you like this analysis of Mare of Easttown. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of this content, hit the subscribe button. You can also find me in scriptwritingtips.com and in Facebook. Thanks for watching. This is Apollonia and Script Writing Tips.